Hello and welcome to the Awakening Journey with me, Zach Atkins. So at the moment I'm currently walking and I wanted to make a video which was about meditation again. It was a couple of things what I left out in the other video, which was the importance of meditation, and one thing which I wanted to mention what I forgot in how to meditate. So straight into it. A couple of things what I left out in the importance of meditation is, first of all, which is important with me and my partner, is if you're pregnant and you want to meditate, it's actually a really good thing, because my partner, she used to meditate laying in bed, and she used to prop herself up and think about the energy coming in through the top of the head, straight through to where the heart is, and go straight to where our sun was, and this energy is the same energy of, which is exactly the same energy as what like when a baby's born, exactly the same energy. It's pure, it's clean, it's not been touched by human rules, it's just, it's kind of their own. It's hard for me to describe it, but it's kind of pure source energy is what I call it. But for some people, it might be hard to understand what that is. Call it God energy, call it what you want, but it's that pure energy. So she used to bring it in through her, into her body, which was good for her, and then she would think about it going to the baby, wrap around the baby, in her belly, and then there'll be like a connection between them both. And for me, this was her basically, connecting in a deeper level. And I think she used to think the same, because when she was doing it and she meditated, she had her hands on her stomach as well. It's kind of like sending that love, but through energy, and I'm not saying it's a reason because of this, but our son, he's quite a peaceful baby. He's quite a calm baby. Obviously he gets upset, but that's usually when he's teething or when he's hungry. But apart from that, he's actually quite an easy baby. It's brand new for me to be around babies, and I'm quite lucky, I should say, in how much of a joy he is to be around, and it's lovely. But he's only 8 months, and I know that his mum's out there saying, well, you wait until he's 1 year old, So I've got it all to come, but and also if you've given birth and you're feeding your baby, sometimes if you're feeding your baby, if you're a new mum, you've got no time to do anything, and if you've got 10 minutes, the last thing you want to do is meditate, when you might do something what you've been wanting to do for like the last week, so you're not going to want to meditate. You're going to want to do that thing, what you've been wanting to do, because you've had no free time for ages. I know the feeling being a new daddy, but I know it's harder for mums. It's much more harder for mums than it is for dads. So if you're feeding your baby and your baby falls asleep, I've seen it happen. My partner Lauren, she can't move. He's asleep on her. If she moves, he'll wake up, and then, peacetime for us is pretty much over, because he wants to do anything and everything as a baby. And what you do when you're holding him if he's asleep, you bring that energy in from the top or through your feet up, and then you can visualize your baby basically being a gold energy, a gold light, which again is pure energy. It's a colour of pure energy. I like to look at pure energy as gold and white, but whatever is pure for you, what you get, you can look at the light in that way. As long as it comes from love, that's the best way. So you can look at your baby as being that pure love, look at yourself having the energy as well, and then you're kind of holding them in your arms and connecting again in a deeper level. And if you do your breathing as well before you go into meditation, then with the breathing will calm you down and help you release anything and your baby will release anything which it might have picked up so far since being in the human world, you know. So that's another way. If you've got kids, you know, and they're running around, and you've got like 3-4 kids, you know, a couple kids, and you ain't got, you know, time to sit down, let alone meditate, do something called mindful meditation, where if you're making them food, rather than rushing, slow it down, notice the way your arms move, notice the way your head moves, your body moves, your legs move, everything. You know, think about what colour energy would be if it was running through your arms. What colour light, you know? When I say energy, if it's hard for you to visualise that, just visualise a light. Don't try and push the visualisation out there. Just think about what light would be running through your body. Try and feel it rather than think it. So that's another way of doing it, noticing your body. If you're running a bath, mindful meditation, you know, it could be noticing how warm the water is, what it smells like, what it feels like, you know, even what it tastes like. You know, some things you put in a bath these days, you know, like Epsom salts, you know, Dead Sea salt, got a certain smell to them, you know, and they've been around for millions of years, you know. So you can even just be mindful of your senses, and when you do this, you become calmer because you're not concentrated on the crazy thoughts you have, you know, and all the alien thoughts, what's been put in your head, and the thoughts you're thinking, what's not actually to do with you. It's just something which is resting in your mind and stressing you out. You know, another type of way of meditation is walking down the street like I am now. You know, I've got cars to the left of me, I've got people all around me, but rather than concentrating on that, or I mean, at the moment I'm on my phone making a video, but rather than getting your phone out because you feel uncomfortable walking down the street, just stand up straight, get yourself in that relaxed state, and notice the sound of the birds, or what it smells like, the air, or you know, how the wind feels in your face, you know, or just literally observe the world around you, connect to the world around you, be with that. To go on to the next point of what I wanted to say was my sister, for those who know me, Charlene, she's been a teacher in Dubai, I think for about 4 years now. And she told me in the last couple of years, she'd done a lesson, but before she'd done it, she showed the pupils how to meditate, you know? And I mean, these pupils can come in, one child can come in from an energetic family, really buzzing, really energetic. Another family could be a bit more calmer. Another family could have, you know, something going on at that particular time, which is not for the best for them. Another family could be, you know, all different. So you get all these pupils in the same class, and what she'd done was, she'd done a meditation, then all the pupils connect to each other. They become one. And there's more focus, more clarity, more love, you know, and there's more meaning of even being there. You know, when I was at school, for people who know me, I wasn't naughty, I was cheeky. You know, and I didn't really care about school, but that's because there was nothing for me personally which I actually wanted to do. And that's the thing, like, but if I got taught how to meditate, then my thoughts would really open up differently, rather than trying to look cool, or trying to blend in with the rest of the cool kids, or whatever, you know what I mean? So basically, since she'd done that meditation in a class in Dubai, the kids loved it that much that they went up to her at the end and said, "Miss, can we do that every day?" She spoke to, you know, the people in charge of the schools, and now they do it, I think it's every couple of days, maybe once a week, but she told me it's an ongoing thing now, because it really got them to that natural state of their actual self, not that built up selves of the environment. It was their self of who they are, you know. So it would be, I mean, I don't know if there is any schools in the UK who do meditation and, teach children how to, you know, connect with nature and find out who they are, and, you know, train themselves to be in a more calm state to prevent stress and anxiety and all these different, you know, negative energies. I don't know if they do that in the UK, but if they don't, it would be a very good addition. You know, it'd be amazing. I think it's one of the most important things. I mean, it's a massive thing to say, but I think meditation is the biggest cure in the world, and the best way to prevent anything not great to happen to you because of the built-up stresses and energies in your body. As I said before, our skin and our body and our organs and all that is just an expression of energy. Go back to the source, go back to the energy and find out what it's all about. Moving on to my next point was when I said about doing your meditation and breathing, you know, you do your breathing like 5 to 10 times, depending on how you feel, to get into a calm state. And once you're in that calm state, go back to your natural breathing rhythm. Don't try and for like an hour. I mean, you can if you're really experienced. You know, I'm talking from someone who's at this point or place in my life, but you know, I'm still learning from those who, you know, had that more experience than me. But I would say for myself in this present time, and I've been doing it for a little while now, if I'd done that for an hour, I'd feel dizzy and sick. So get yourself in a calm state by doing the breathing, and then once you get to that calm state, then you go straight into your natural breathing rhythm, and that's when things go deep. And if you've got any pains or any headaches, you know, think about that light going to where that headache is. Really sort of be mindful of where it is and wrap that golden light around that headache, and then allow that headache just to flow out your body and leave, and then, you know, go back into the golden light again, or the white light, to recycle it and give it back to others to use. You know. Lastly, I want to talk about public opinion really quickly. I mean, someone like me, for those who know me, you know, I was a bit of a lad. I still am a lad. And, you know, this meditation stuff is not looked at as cool, or, you know, it's looked at as strange or weird or a waste of time or whatever. But sometimes that could be because the public opinion doesn't think it's the norm. Now, the norm for me is the crowds, the people who do the same thing over and over again. Now, if that gives you happiness, that's great. You know, don't get me wrong. But for me, I wouldn't want to live my life and change it because of the opinion of someone else, because then I'm living in their opinion. I'm not being true to myself, and that's when stress comes from, and all these different negative energies. You've got a part in your stomach called your guidance system, which I'll go into in other videos, but that's your true self. Now, if you're living an opinion of someone else, you're basically living in their ways, which is not true to you, which really is a waste of time for why you're even here in the first place. You become a part of the crowds. You become a part of everyone else. You become one person from thousands or hundreds of thousands of people doing the same thing. Step back out of that. Do what's good for you. You know, don't be stressed out if you're doing something that's different or strange. It's not strange. It's just not understood by others. Therefore, they say it's strange to make their self feel better about the fact they're not doing it. You know, whenever anything's mentioned, you'd always see the people's reactions on their face to it. And if you've got a group of 10 people, 7 or 8 of them will be doing the same thing as what the other 7 or 8 people are doing. But a couple of those people will be different. And they're always looked at as a bit strange and weird and not cool. You know, like, for example, I'm 27, I don't go out drinking, I don't do any drugs, I don't smoke, I don't do anything really going out and going clubbing, because for me, that will just kill my body now. Not my physical body, my energetic body. What I do on a Friday night sometimes, Saturday night, is I'll be at home meditating and thinking of different ways to travel across the world, to get out there. And I understand finally the reason why I'm here now. I know why I'm here. I know what I'm meant to be doing. So, you know, Don't worry about public opinion. Do what you got to do. Be true to who you are. Step out of that comfort zone. And then once you become more stressed about something, that's when you know you're not being true to yourself. When you're nervous about something, that's when you're about to grow. You can never grow when you're comfortable. You can only grow when you're uncomfortable. You can be the king in your comfortable place, but then you ain't gonna go anywhere else. When you do something that gives you a little bit nervous and anxious, confidence, growth, and everything comes with that. And the way to deal with that afterwards, to settle your body down after the nerves are gone, is to meditate. Reconnect with everything around you. So that's it. Thank you for listening again. Have a good day. Enjoy the sun. Talk to you soon. Peace.